Guys, Deluded Guna, YouTube's N'Golo Kante, football or the roads. This is what I've been saying this. Like, a lot of people in my experience and inner city London, football is a way out. And obviously there's university and there's jobs and there's the smart route of life. But in 9 times out of 10, not even 9 times, that's an exaggeration. The environment you're in, and it's not an excuse, but it can lead to going down different paths or influence you to do certain things and things like that. I've spoken about this before, how a lot of people that I know that are now sadly in prison and never coming out, some people that were talented footballers are now doing life. It's football or the roads. Like, decisions are really decisions. And when you consider the likes of, I don't know, Rashford's come from a tough area. Jordan Ives come from a tough area. Sterling's come from a tough area. Or Rashford, if I haven't said his name already. Maitland-Niles. All of these, not really Iwobi, but a lot of these players, Akpom, a lot of these players, if they were not footballers, they wouldn't have got out a certain life. And they're not necessarily bad kids and they weren't gangbangers, but they're living in the ends. They're living around the concrete jungle. And sadly, 9 times out of 10, it don't matter if you're involved or not, stuff can happen. They escaped a certain life they could have turned to if they... I'm not necessarily saying they would have joined gangs, because I don't know that. I'm not saying that by any stretch of the imagination, that just because of certain things. But I'm saying how football can provide an escape, how you can get out of this. Do you know how much times I've seen people that play for Everton All-Stars, for Bordeaux Farm, for what's that team in Hackney that we used to play, Semrab? All of these sides have taken man out the hood, because we know a lot of times football is a way of escaping poverty. You look at Ravel Morrison and now Ranger, more better examples, very much borderline. I've been in trouble with the law, I've been in prison, I've been in things. Imagine they weren't footballers, what they'd be doing. Like, do you get what I'm saying? It's football or the roads. And a lot of people, if I relate to my thing, there's a cage right next to my house, not too far. I used to go there and play football. I used to joke I'm top goal scorer. I used to write down every goal on a marker. Used to love playing football there. From what? I'd say 05, 06, when I was in year 5, year 6, go play football there, to what? When I left school, always playing football there, banging it. You see, not just me, I grew up with a lot of talented ballers. All we wanted to do was play football, run up and down, knock down ginger, steal dust caps, rob shops, and just do silliness in it. But football was the main thing. And I've seen a lot of them people I grew up with going football, they then went to Feltham. Anyone that knows about Feltham, and again, I'm not glorifying these things because it makes me upset, to be honest with you. But Feltham coming like uni, to be honest with you, going at school days, people said they went Felts with a badge of honour. They were going Feltham for years and coming back. And not even that, not to make this about music, but even if we look at certain other rappers, if we look at Mover, he wanted to be a footballer. He's now doing 30 years for murder, and unfortunately, whether he done it or not, we don't know. Oh, why did that happen? Rimsey, not the same in doing life, but he's there for doing it. Ratlin, Belzy, all of these rappers from everywhere in London have wanted to be footballers. I wanted to be a footballer. Like, even if I look at myself, like, I was never a bad kid, and I can't talk about everything that I've done. We've all done stupid stuff, and idle hands are the devil's playground, or whatever, like it says in the Bible. These things have happened. But when you get to 15, 16, you see the moments that you're at a crossroads. You need to think about life. Like, do you keep doing certain things, or you do not? I was never a bad kid, but I was definitely done some things that I can never speak about on this. Definitely done some things for money that I'm not proud of necessarily. Definitely done some just mischief, ultimate mischief. And if I was still doing a lot of them things, like I said, I wasn't no gangster, no OG or nothing. Well, I'm an OG, I'm a big dog, but in this thing. But you get what I'm saying, like, I could have easily, like, again, my friends that are watching this, you know the stuff we could have, if we got caught, the very Feltham thing, we'd be up in there. But yeah, it's not about that. Football can take people out of poverty and define margins in life, and that's why I'm so big on football. Cause football, it provides discipline. It, like martial arts, for me, it provides discipline. Like, it provides discipline. Like, if I look at myself, I had something to do. I'm going to play football. Like, I'm on this football thing. Like, you lot don't know, but there's more to me than about football. Football and Kit Kats. Like, I like business. I have other interests. If you want me to do a video about my other interests, I will. But football was an escape. Oh, no, man. I ain't got time to hang around and do foolishness. There's training. There's a game on Sunday. Don't get me wrong. Football don't always help, because there was gangbangers that play for Everton All-Stars and stuff. They will do their football thing. And then when they're supposed to go home to mummy and that, mummies are calling parents and calling around, car. People are running around, people are chilling in blocks, and people are doing things. Ultimately, the parent, and a lot of the time when these things happen and these kids go in prison and things, the parents get blamed. To a degree, you can blame the parents, but I also believe it's not always the parents' fault, because people in my personal life have gone down that route. Best friends that I've grew up with, and their parents did everything for them. It's their choices. Like, ultimately, everybody in life has their choice. My parents have taught me right from wrong. If I go out there and kill someone right now, it's not because of how they've taught me or they ain't parented me. It's because I've chose to be an idiot and go and do that. There's decisions. It's decisions. And sadly, more often than not, I know a lot of single moms and mothers in general and both family that do everything. But if an individual wants to do certain things, they're gonna do it. Like I've told you guys in life, you can bring someone the Henny, but you can't make them drink it. Like, I don't know why I'm doing this. Like, I'm sounding like I'm preaching and stuff, but this is why I'm so heavy on football. And this is why one of my dreams is to somehow, I don't know how, but to help people, man. Help young kids just get in academies. Because I've told you guys, on top of what I've just said in this vid, how the stitch up happens with if you ain't got a mum and dad that can afford to take you 3 times a week to them games, to them academy trials and games, then you can't go. And more time they're not, if you're an exceptional player, the academy will do that for you. But there's still a stitch up in that aspect, man. There's pure stitch up. More time as well. I'm not going to name drop academies, but I went to watch quite a few academies, and a lot of their parents, a lot of the kids there are, pardon my language, shit. They're just there because their parents they're well behaved, well mannered. They're not from inner city London. They ain't got edge about them. They get told 10 laps. They're going to do the 10 laps. Quite right. You can't argue with that. And their parents can consistently take them here because they've got a decent job, which allows them flexibility and stuff. More people don't have that. A lot of my friends are not footballers because they didn't have someone to do that with. A lot of them, it's deep. There's many football is a stitch up, you know. Football is a stitch up. I guarantee your favourite why am I playing with this? I guarantee your favourite footballer, if you go and pre them, somewhere down the line they had some uncle or someone that could do something for them. I don't blame them. When I'm involved with a professional club, you think I'm not bringing my sons in? You don't think I'm not bringing my friends' kids in? You think I'm not bringing my cousins in? You think I'm not bringing my family members' kids in? Are you moving mad? I'm cheating the thing because this game is a fix. And the day I realised football was a stitch up, I changed, man. It's not who you know. It's not what you know. It's who you know. I used to hear it, but I never used to hear it. If that makes sense. Then one day I actually heard it loud and clear. I'm preaching now, man. But guys, DG, I'm out, man. Thank you very much for watching. Hope I've provided some good content for you. Yeah, man. Just hopefully people will understand the story, man. I'm out.